All right, finally, after 3 weeks of waiting, we just got watchOS 27 Beta 5 finally pushed out by Apple. And as you can see, we got our new typical update complete splash screen that you can just go ahead and continue, and you will be greeted with your launcher. I didn't want to skip through this to show you just how long it's taking on our Ultra 3. But while we did have that new splash screen, you can see here, however, just how quick everything did repopulate, and that is something big time different from what we saw in Beta 4. This update actually came in a little over a gig in size, which is actually pretty substantial for a 5th beta. Again, can't take too much into it. It's going to vary on what model watch you're using, so don't think too much about it, but it is a larger size than we've seen in this other beta cycle as well. So really quick, jumping around, you can see the Siri icon looks a little bit tweaked here, but going into settings on that new app launcher, and then going into general and about, you can see watchOS 27 Beta 5 is actually an A build. This is the only new OS or Beta 5 for 27 that is an A build. Everything else was a D build. This is telling us that Apple feels very strongly that this could be close to the finished product, which is crazy because we typically see a lot more betas than that for a substantial release and not a point release. So the new build number here is 24R5347A. And again, that A signifies Apple feels very strongly about this build and definitely thinks that it will go the distance. We'll probably see an RC very soon in another couple weeks. We'll have to wait and see. But quickly, just jumping around, let's go into a couple of the apps and see how quick it loads. That did very well. So far so good in that app. Let's go ahead and go to the Photos app. Close that out. Let's launch music. Everything seems to be flying actually, which is definitely nice. One of the big things here is going to be, like I said, that updated Siri. And that a lot of people are not happy about because it is still kind of unnecessary on your watch when a lot of the heavier lifting is going to be done on your iPhone. But if you do use it, you do have that new app here, and it does give you a breakdown cross platforms on what you've asked. And if we want to go ahead and ask it something, how tall is LeBron James? Who's the most recent team he's playing for? So as you can see, there's a couple of issues here, but it is still working just a lot slower than what we've seen even on iOS 27 Beta 5. I don't know if it's fast enough for a lot of people to be using it, but if you are one of those people, just want to wrist lift and do a quick command, it seems like everything is working pretty smoothly in that regard here. Again, let's take a look at the app. I'm not expecting really any sort of updates here with watch faces or anything of that nature. And as you can see, it is still the same old ones. You saw it just repopulate. The app actually took an extra second to load, even though we've had to be in here before in order to pull in the download as well. So no new watch faces. You can see here in the app, it is not perfectly syncing here with my watch faces showing all of my compilations and all that, but no big deal. And again, no new changes in here as well for Siri or the new Siri AI, whatever you want to call it. It is still just pretty bare bones for the Apple Watch Ultra 3. Now, come September, which is crazy enough, only a week away or a month away, we will have the Apple Watch Ultra Series 4 or Ultra 4, and then the new Series 12. We could see a lot more processing power added to that watch to give us a much better Siri experience. We're truly just going to have to wait and see what Apple decides to do. But again, like I've said in a lot of my videos, it unfortunately does feel like watchOS is still the red-headed stepchild of Apple right now, and we're not seeing a ton of new options here or features being added aside from little tweaks, like I said, with the new app launcher, with the new health metrics and things like that. So we'll just have to see. There's still no way to turn off this new intelligent landing app grid, so to speak. You still need that extra step to scroll and an extra one to even swipe through all the apps if you have it in a list instead of this grid look. So just something to keep in mind there. And really lastly, what I want to talk to you about is the new release schedule. Since this is an A build, since we went 3 weeks without another release, we could possibly get another beta not next week, but the 24th, if Apple feels so strongly about this, unless they get a lot of feedback saying that there's a lot of issues. I don't think we're going to see too many more betas, possibly one more and then an RC. But like I said in our iOS video, we are definitely anticipating at least 3 more betas for iOS 27 with the public release for watchOS, iPadOS, and iOS in September around probably the 11th or 18th, just depending on when Apple decides to hold their September event. And like I said, as crazy as it is, before the month's over, we should know when that event will be. We'll have a lot more finalized timing and be able to talk more accurately at that point. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. How do you feel about watchOS? Has it become really stale even with the changes to iOS 27 and adding some more AI features with Siri AI? I'm curious. Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. We will catch you in the next one. Peace.